Airtight fridge seals, free and fast express delivery to all of Australia.
Hey everyone, and welcome. Today, we're going to talk about a super simple 5-minute fix for your fridge that can actually save you some serious money, keep your food fresh, and honestly, just bring a little bit of peace and quiet back to your kitchen. Let's jump right in. So, let me ask you something. Do you ever walk by your fridge and notice the door is just slightly ajar? You give it a push, but then it happens again later? Well, it turns out that little gap could be a quiet drain on your wallet. And let's be real, it's not just about the money, is it? It's about the frustration. This one little adjustment could, as our source material perfectly puts it, stop you from yelling at the kids to close the fridge properly. I think we've all been there. So, what's really going on here? You might think it's a worn-out seal or just someone being lazy, but the real issue is actually a lot more fundamental. The root of the problem is surprisingly simple. It's all about gravity and tilt. See, your fridge door is actually designed to use gravity to pull itself shut, but if the fridge isn't tilted back just a tiny bit, gravity can't do its job and the door just hangs open. And that tiny issue with the tilt? Well, it leads to some very real hidden costs that go way beyond just being a minor annoyance. Let's break down why this actually matters. First up, the big one, wasted power. When that door isn't sealed tight, cold air is constantly leaking out. That means your fridge's compressor has to work overtime 24/7 just to keep things cool. And you know what that does to your electricity bill. Next up, you're losing money on spoiled food. All that temperature fluctuation means your milk, your leftovers, your vegetables, everything goes bad faster. You end up throwing food away, which is literally like throwing money in the bin. And finally, there's just the daily friction, the constant checking, the nagging, that little spike of annoyance every time you see that door open again. It all adds up to a whole lot of household stress that you just don't need. But here's the good news. You can totally solve this. The fix is incredibly simple. It takes less than 5 minutes, and you can do it yourself, like right now. And you don't even need a fancy toolkit. Just grab a hammer and maybe a chisel. That can help turn and adjust your leg if it's a bit stubborn. Oh, and it's probably a good idea to have a friend nearby to give you a hand with a quick lift. That's it. Okay, you ready? Here's the 4-step fix. First, find those little adjuster legs at the bottom front of the fridge. There should be one on each side. Second, you're going to wind that leg to raise the front of the fridge. This is what creates that all-important backward tilt. Having a friend gently lift the front makes this part way easier. Third, check for balance. Make sure the fridge feels even and give it a gentle shake. And finally, step 4, if it wobbles at all, just tweak the legs with tiny adjustments until it's rock solid. And as the source so humorously puts it, you want to make sure the fridge isn't leaning like the Leaning Tower of Pizza. We're going for a gentle, stable tilt, not a huge, dramatic lean. A quick eyeball check is all you really need. Now, just a quick heads up here to manage expectations. This fix works like a charm for the main refrigerator door, but because of the different weight and seal, you'll probably still need to give the freezer door a proper push to get it to close. That's perfectly normal, so don't worry about that. All right, you've done the work, you've checked the balance. Now it's time for the most satisfying part of this whole thing. It's time to see if our little fix actually worked. So go ahead, open the fridge door about halfway, and just let it go. And there it is. See that? The door just smoothly swings in and seals itself shut all on its own. That satisfying little click is the sound of you saving money, saving food, and saving your sanity. Beautiful. You know, a simple adjustment like this really makes you wonder, doesn't it? What other huge improvements are just waiting for us, hidden inside a 5-minute fix we just haven't discovered yet? It's something to think about. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you next time.
Airtight fridge seals, free and fast express delivery to all of Australia.